let you in on something, collective. I was listening to the song Carousel. Hold on. Let me see who's it by. Carousel by Adana Daru. That, I don't know what you're doing right now, man or woman, but you've got people that are looking at you right now and seeing their heart's desire. I don't know what you're doing, but everywhere you go as of late, people have very much noticed you. And people have always noticed you, but it's more. It's more lately. I don't know if it is the sun looking like glistening off you. I'm not giving Beyonce. But there's something, yeah, like there is something here where people would act up around you in all types of ways. Like you get people in their heads. Like some people like to remain in their body so they don't have to think. When you're around, you get people in their head, right? And it's like not. I don't know. I was about to say it's not because they feel threatened, but maybe it is. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to talk to you. It's giving when you show up on the scene. It's just they don't know what's about to happen. So we're gonna see. I don't know what you're doing. We're about to see. We're about to see. The Five of Swords came up first. Look, people don't want to step to you incorrectly right now. People are seeing, this is what it is. People are seeing you as somebody to know. People are seeing you as somebody to have a cordial name basis relationship with. Even if they can't become a confidant of yours, they want to know you. They want to be associated with you. This is so far beyond your simple appearance, right? Like this is a level of charisma that you had an affinity for from birth, but it takes water and nurturing to grow that seed. And you have grown the seed into, and it's an orchard, not just one tree, but an orchard. And every tree in the orchard is sturdy, thick, tall, will last a century or more if left to its own devices, right? Like people feel like that you wound yourself up over the course of years and hit the go button when the time was right. People, I mean, speaking of toys, people thought you were playing around. People mistake your unconventional, is that even a word? Unconventionality? Yeah, it's a word. Um they mistake that for you playing. They mistake that for you not knowing what you're doing, right? But you're actually one of the most analytical people around. And I feel like that's what really comes through with the Five of Swords here. You make it look like you operate out of whimsy, but you don't. You operate out of logic. Like, and it's not, it's cold, hard, like sharp logic too. But it's not like a clinical or robotic. It's just like you have the not so common sense, and you don't need to wear it on your chest for everybody and anyone to see, because to be completely honest, I feel like you like when somebody's going to step to you, because I don't know, you have things to say, collective. Like you you're really kind of like the not one for drama, but people should not mistake that for you not having some weapons up there, some absolutely just loaded statements that you can just casually say to incite chaos. Like I feel like that you kind of have this very, I was gonna call it a soft power, but with you it's not. It's understated maybe, but there's nothing like soft about it. I feel like when you need to really like fully embody who you are, you do it without a moment's hesitation, and then the rest of the time you operate in carefree whimsy because you like to have fun. I feel like you don't play the same games that everybody else is seeming to play. I feel like you find them boring, and I feel like you're playing other types of games where it makes your life just eventful. Even sitting, so I feel like when other people are around you too, like just sitting around you is eventful. It's like it's either because you're always going to be talking about something that's really interesting. This is a great point to sum up how your mind is right now. There's a woman who was talking to her neurotypical friends, and basically, when they would smoke weed, they would describe her normal thought process. And so basically she was sitting in the car with all of her friends and they were talking about all of these ideas, and it was because they were smoking, and they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it just makes my brain connect this idea to that idea to this idea to that. And then she's like, well, some people are just like that without a substance. And I feel like you have that type of like spitfire network type of like brain where one thing can trigger relation in a separate, otherwise non-connected way, but you and your unique cognition are the bridge. And this is something that people feel like is electrical. It may sound simple or even like a bit boring, but it's not. There's just like something about you, and talking to you is like being at a stadium. It just comes with that feel. Like you're not alone. Like this isn't just, I don't know. Everything you do is eventful. We have the King of Wands to back this up. The King of Wands is charisma incarnate. It is charisma walking without anything else other. It's just like if there was nothing else about you, there is your charisma. That's what people really notice about you. I feel like they don't call it that because that's a kind of like a formal word for it, but it's like it's the way that you feel, it's the way that you talk, it's the way that you walk. There's a lot. It's honestly true. I say this a lot, but it's honestly the way you don't talk too, because there's something about your silence that can really also sound like a fucking stadium. Like, mm, I got the King of Pentacles. Speaking of this stadium, I don't know why I got You're the Birthday. Ignore me. You kind of are though. This is kind of like the King of Pentacles is something that like somebody that's always has something to celebrate. Not that they always are celebrating. That would be more the King of Wands, right? Which is here. But the King of Pentacles always has an achievement to celebrate, even if he's not celebrating it. It's like you always got something in the back that you've accomplished and that you are accomplishing. And people don't know when you get the time. This is why you're being viewed as like an authority figure at this point. Like you're glowing up into into their boss, into everybody's boss. Yeah, look, I'll tell you, I feel like you figured something out about you. You had, I don't know, you because you've gone through so much. There's such a big mystery to you. The High Priestess, we'll get to it. The mystery is how are you as proficient as you are? Hold on. I don't know if that showed up on camera. Dumbass commercials. Um, look. And now it threw me off. This Nine of Pentacles, though, it is for real. Like, people feel like you're very, very good at stuff. And this is ironic to you specifically, because I feel like you feel like, or you felt like you were not good at stuff. But you were just trying to fit yourself into a square, into a, like a circle peg into a square hole. Once you figured out where you actually belonged, it was game over. You're giving me that song Outrageous by Britney Spears, but it's not the whole song. It's just the lyric when she said like I'm about to come in and shut the industry down. Like once you figured it out, it was only a matter of time. But once you finally figured it out, it was lights out, game over. Everybody who thought they had a leg up on you, who thought they were doing better than you in life, was sorely mistaken. And not that you're in a competition, you aren't in one. Everybody else is, but you're winning it. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who is not, who is doing it through a mastery of something. This is not chump change. This is not a jack of all trades. This is somebody who's proficient in a skill. So proficient, in fact, that it is completely transformed their life and shattered every paradigm, preconceived notion in oneself and others. With this High Priestess here, this is, you are the gatekeeper. You again, this the authority position. This it's not, you don't have like a control over what people do in their lives. That's not what this is. This is basically like you have certain types of keys, and you, instead of rejecting these special types of keys, you've fully embraced them, learn about them to the point where you have become a Like you sit on the knowledge. I feel like you've studied whatever you do so well that you now are an authority on it. And that if people want to know something about it, they come to you, or at least they think about you, right? They if they can't talk to you, they're like, how would so and so, how would collective answer this question? Like you're really coming up in the world. Yep, we got the lovers. This came through wholeness. This came through self discovery. This came through the transcendence of self-limiting beliefs. I feel like you used to be your own worst critic, you used to be your own biggest hater, and this would manifest in other people feeling like enabled to do so because your energy is that strong. Your energy, you're like one of those manifestors. I feel like if you really feel it, it's going to appear in some way, shape, or form, even if it's detrimental to you, because that's how strong your energy is. So it's like if you believe something deep down, you best believe it's going to reflect itself in your environment. And you have that ability that, but it's like times 10, it's uncanny. And so it's like your internal perspective is so imperative and important to you and your success as an individual on a spiritual path. Your perception of what you are, who you are, and what you're actually going through matters more than any other thing on this planet. In your whole life, if nothing else matters, that matters. How are you seeing things? What are you framing it as within yourself? And circling back to the Nine of Pentacles, that's why I feel like you're coming out as like this master type of person. You understand the flow of the energy. You have kind of like cracked a code, the key into it's like through mastery of a certain skill, you started learning about life in the universe. You're the person that can take it there. And that's how God, the divine, they know that's what you can do. And that's why you're given, that's why your life unfolds this way. Because you literally can take something and you bring it past just a thing to where it has like cosmic significance. And what I mean by that is you can use and channel spiritual lessons through the physical works that you do, through the things that you are truly interested in. You learn like there it teaches you, right? And it's mystical. People can see it though, but people have started to notice it about you, how life seems to like in a what do you call that, like amorphize something that's like we you give it qualities of like human life even though it's not. It's like people are seeing almost like life itself kind of like teach you if it was going to be formed out of your environment. Like just think of a silhouette like comprised of the world itself, and people feel like that's what is you're like interfacing with at this point. And you got there through being super good at a certain skill. In the Fate series, this is called reaching the root of existence. Basically, if we were to translate that into something actually like viable in real life instead of anime, it's you tapping in to your truest, highest self in a real way. And then like gaining the knowledge from it, and then like having that knowledge allow you to interface with the truths of the world so that you see how things operate for real, and so that you can move with true agency on this planet. That's the transcendence you've achieved. It's called leveling up, baby. We got temperance here. This is spiritual alchemy. I feel like this is where it all kind of like the crux of it lies. Like I feel like you understand the intersection between psychology, the occult, religion, the human experience. You know where it all intersects at. And I feel like that operating through this paradigm that you've built is just no joke. Because like the way that you're seeing things right now is truly like it's eye-opening. Not only for you, but for the people who can piece together your perspective right now, because there are a few, the ones that are meant to. They know what you're on right now. People know what you're on right now. Yeah, there's a recognition. There's a I think did I say something about like relating earlier? I feel like that like there's two sides to this. I don't think I brought it up earlier, but now I remembered it. Basically, there's like people there, so both sides of these people see who you are. One side wants to drag you down with them so that they can relate to you, and then the other wants to come up to wherever you are so they can relate to you. That's how you're affecting people right now. You've triggered people through like the fear of the unknown, and it's like whatever arena that fear has put these people in, they had a choice, and the choice is to be jealous or it's to be inspired. And that's kind of like where your energy is at. And when I say jealousy, I'm not talking about people coveting petty small things like attention. I'm talking about like your life. Like the struggle you've been through specifically. Why would anybody in their right mind be jealous of that? Because it builds you. It's not, don't let anybody here on this planet try to trick you into thinking that the hardships you've been through are uh, that they happen for no reason or that they just happen to happen. No. If you choose to let it be like that, then maybe so. But there are things, specific things that are learned through adversity. There are specific growth checklist things that happen to a person that undergoes hard adversity without cracking. It's like you have the choice to crack too. You do. If that, I don't care if that makes anybody mad. If you have the choice, and people are seeing that you embody this. You are the embodiment of this choice, and it is seriously like again, you're inspiring people from one spectrum to the other, and it's a rare talent to be able to touch the hearts and minds of people in this direct way because you have the potential to reach them, and this is why the divine rides with you, and that's what you need to know.